First of all, what I want to do is thank you very much for coming. And thank you very much for identifying with Community Being. We are very excited to have you. I actually don't have a speech as such, but I have something to say. What I want to say is that you're relevant, and you're relevant because you're relevant, and because you have a culture, and you have a language you speak, and you might have some, you might have come from a different heritage, but we are all here in Australia, which is a multiracial nation. Now, let's talk about CBI. Community Being Incorporated was formed to promote the engagement of colored people with the mainstream Australia. We are not in a discourse that's suggesting that that is not really happening. We are only saying that probably we have identified some gaps and a small gap that we can fit in, and any gap is a weakness. If you look at a wall and there is a little crack, it doesn't matter the size of the edifice. It could be as high as the Empire Building, but that wall could become a bigger crack, something you can put your finger through, could end up being a place where you can put your foot through, can end up being a place where the enemies of the communities will eventually see through. I mean, of a better communities, may it be here in Melbourne or may it be elsewhere. Then there is always reason for communities to come together. And the best way a community can come together is just the same way we appear at work. We don't go there and ask all Africans to come to this corner. You don't go there and say all Australians to come to this corner. You say, my team should assemble here and we have a job to do. So the job that the Community Being is asking you to do is to worry about our children. Most of us come here with good jobs, most of us come on skilled immigration, but we know we come from families that we live back home. And even some brothers would like to come here, but will never end up here, because maybe they don't have the qualifications that we have. That means being able to stay the way we stay or live the way we live is not just a quality of our genetics. And that means we might have a child who might not do as well as we do. We might be self-made, but we have to make ways and means of supporting our own children. I'm the president of a Community Being. Paula Kudi is seated on that table. She's the vice president. She's an educator with masters in the area of specialty. Teresa Kaji, the secretary. She works in Melbourne University and Korea, Australia, and she's right now handling a PhD in African Studies. We have got other founders. We have Joyce Joki, who is our treasurer. She has a bachelor in accountancy, and she's our accountant. And Patricia, who sang the national anthem, she's a youth coordinator. And right now she's working as a sales consultant in Burbank and also studying at MIT.
Mercy. Compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm. Hypocrisy. The practice of claiming to have higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. Ladies and gentlemen, one would not usually pair these two words together, an oxymoron they may say, but the way that we display mercy in the 21st century epitomizes these two words we have been led astray. Our mercy has become conditional, based on public perceptions, maintaining superiority and our godlike judgments on others. But what happened to our Mahatma Gandhis, Martin Luther Kings, and Mother Teresa's of our generation. Men and women who live by the words darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. See, our mercy should resemble the words of William Shakespeare. The words said by Portia in his play A Merchant of Venice, who declares that the quality of mercy is not strength. It droppeth as the gentle rain that is from heaven. We live in a world of hypocrisy. We preach one word and follow the other. You should love, respect, and show mercy to your neighbor, unless he's a sick and deluded pedophile. You see, this man does not deserve my mercy. This man is subhuman. The only thing that he deserves is a painful and degrading death. Judge, sentence him to see his end. We are all hypocrites. We believe we are merciful, yet we believe wrong. See, our mercy has strings attached, causes and conditions involved, but the quality of true mercy is not strength. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. We have been made to believe that alike is enough. Though we are justified in dismissing the homeless, they are not like others. He will just spend my money on drugs and alcohol. There is no need of me showing him compassion. But I will share this video on Facebook about the prevalence of homelessness to spread awareness, and that way all of my friends will know that I have compassion for the poor, for the needy, for those who are struggling to survive. Yet I will fail to hear the cries of the man who sits right by my side.
Come on, guys.
Shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond.
We are proud to be here with you tonight. We believe in what you're doing, and I would encourage you, if you're not already engaged in community and social activity, I would encourage you to get involved. One thing I am so aware of as a pastor who has over 100 nationalities in his church is there are so many people that are falling through the gaps. It is absolutely true. What you're saying is absolutely correct. Yeah, Australia is a great nation and we have much support, but then we have many gaps as well. And in many ways, we are a nation that has always been open-armed. We welcome people from all nations, but when you welcome people from all the nations, all of a sudden you've got a whole lot of problems that you weren't necessarily counting on or aware of. And so then all of a sudden it's like, we've got to play catch up. We've got to play catch up. And so many of the issues that you face in your homelands, we're facing here as well, but now we're all facing it together. And I really do believe together we can do something great. If it was left to you as a couple, left to you as a family, well, then it would be hard work. But if we were to share the work around, then how many of you know if we were to share the load around, together we can do something great. And so once again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for leading the way. I'm sitting on the table with great people, and as I look around this room tonight, I know I'm surrounded by great people, and it truly is a privilege for us to be here. And I just want to say to you, whatever is in your heart, you know, the Bible says, whatever's in your heart, put your hand to it. Whatever you put your hand to, do it with all of your might. And I want to say success to you as you go forward. I just pray that God will bless you. Together we can actually make a difference. So once again, I want to congratulate you on this night. I want to thank you for this night. And I want to thank you for inviting us to be with you. Why don't we go for this great?
Thank you, Pastor.
inclusion program, which is headed by Pauline, who is sitting right there. And that program is about working with colored people who are considered as senior citizens. And it's mostly about activities, leisure activities, visiting them at home, making sure that we are addressing issues of social isolation. As we know, as we grow older, we become isolated, especially if you come from the colored background. So that program aims at maximizing participation in the community. Another program we have that is active, now the first program I talked about is delivered in partnership with DHHS. It used to be DHS, it's DHHS now. So that's the first program. The second program that we have in Community Build is Save Our Daughters program. And that program is also delivered in partnership with DHHS. Now this program is a program that is very close to my heart. And I get emotional sometimes when I talk about it. It's a program that looks at women issues. It's a program that aims at empowering women and addressing issues that women face. Now, I was, as part in this program, we do two main things in this program. The first thing we do is raise awareness through education and training on issues that pertain to women, and we also have a support group. Now, one of the main issues we look at in this program is female genital mutilation, which is a subject that many people don't like speaking about. But the reality of this is that we do have women who go through that process in our society. We are also in this program, we look at other women issues such as family violence, children who are forced into marriage, bride child, and other issues that women face. Now, I was delivering training on this program, and somebody asked me, why are you so passionate about this program?
Hi, my name is Safida Kanye, and I am just a youth member at Community Beam Incorporated, and this is our launch event. Community Beam is geared towards colored people, that's culturally and linguistically diverse people, and it's pretty much just anyone who feels that they're different to like just the mainstream kind of view of an Australian. So maybe an African, maybe you're Asian, just if you come from like a different background to what we usually see in Australia, like the average Anglo-Saxon kind of person. A lot of the time, for especially like youth like me, there's a lot of issues with our identity and kind of trying to fit into this mold that society has created for us. And I think Community Beam and like the programs and initiatives they have running help us say, oh well, I don't really have to fit in the mold. Yes, I'm African, or yes, I'm this, and this is my story, and I'm gonna create a new mold for myself, and I'm gonna let other people know the things that I've been through and not be confined within society standards. I think one of the big messages is that it's okay to be different. It's okay not to fit in a box and not to just like be in one category. And I think if you want to get involved in Community Beam, we have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/communitybeam. Yeah, that's a really good way to get involved. Or you could look at our website, which is www.communitybeam.com.au. We can get more information. Yeah, and just get involved, and it's a really good way to meet people and just know that it's okay to be different, and look around you. There's so many different people around you and so many people who share the same story as you.
My name is Dr. Sami Kanyi Kareithi. I initially hailed from Africa and Kenya. I settled in New Zealand for quite a while, about 12 years, and I eventually ended up here. I'm a veterinarian by training, and I work for New Zealand government before I moved here, and I work for Australian government at the moment. My father was a community leader, my grandfather was a community leader, so all I've lived and known is community. The organization is called Community Beam Incorporated, and this is a non-profit organization. It's formed with the idea of helping culturally and linguistically diverse people in the fact that although we seem to be settled and doing well, there's some areas where we struggle because we don't have the whole scope 360 degrees. And we realize one brother knows something in one corner, the other one knows in another. And by coming together in an organization, then we complete the whole picture. We have also realized, like, if you're a professional of this kind, your children are not interested in being that profession. By talking in a group, somebody might benefit your children while I benefit somebody else's children. In that way, we'll be able to help ourselves and also impact countries where we come from. That's what we are calling here heritage nations. We feel we are different. We want Africans, for instance, to do things for themselves. So although we welcome to be assisted and to get funds like anybody else, we feel there are areas that we can assist ourselves. Like now we've had a discussion largely based on our own, every member's contribution. We believe that the world is changing faster in 10 years than it used to change in a millennium. So we need to capture that fastness of growth and the changes of ideas when we are advising our youth. And that's why we need a program that changes quickly. So our programs can run for 3 months and we can have somebody else learn a different program. And you can walk in straight away now with your passion, and we have an interview with us and we can start that program immediately. So we have a platform that can pick a program just like you'd pick something in the street as a journalist and start talking about it. Everybody has a story, very inspiring stories, but most of those stories are not told. But if you look in big companies like CNN now, they're starting to work in Africa and having Marketplace or African Voices or whatever it is, and they are getting huge coverage. We supposed to be able to tell our own positive stories. And I probably think African Media Australia is one way of doing it, but we also have to have programs where we learn ourselves and also stretch to the government or stretch to whoever is funding and say, if you want to help people in this area, and we have people who have aid, who need that aid in our community, even we have people in our community who can do it and who can cover that area. Because majority of the time is the wearer of the shoe who knows where it pinches.